Katherine LaNasa has made headlines again, this time celebrating widespread acclaim for her Emmy-nominated role as charge nurse Dana Evans on the Pitt. With season 2 already teasing a changed Dana and the cast buzzing with praise, LaNasa finds herself at a pivotal career moment, one that reflects decades of reinvention, resilience, and artistic evolution. It's the kind of recognition that feels both overdue and deeply earned, inviting a closer look at the journey that shaped her. Born on December 1, 1966 in New Orleans, Katherine LaNasa was immersed in performance from her earliest days. As a young girl, she trained in ballet, eventually attending summer programs at the prestigious School of American Ballet in New York. By her late teens, she landed spots with major ballet companies, balancing a life of rigorous technique with artistic vulnerability. Yet the ballet world, with its physical demands and limited shelf life, soon revealed its limits. Katherine understood that while ballet taught her discipline, she craved new expression. At age 21, she pivoted, relocating to Los Angeles to begin her acting education. She studied improv and scene study, developing her comedic and dramatic instruments. Her early career was marked by appearances in commercials and guest roles on shows like Seinfeld, Matlock, and Nash Bridges. Those small steps built confidence, exposure, and a network that would sustain her through Hollywood's ups and downs. In the mid-90s, Katherine began winning recurring roles on sitcoms like Two Guys, A Girl and a Pizza Place, and briefly on Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, showcasing her range and ease on screen. She also appeared in dramatic films, The Divine Secrets of the Ya-Ya Sisterhood, Big Stone Gap, and Saving Mr. Banks, where her graceful composure grounded emotionally complex scripts. Each role added depth to her resume and earned her quiet respect in casting rooms. Layered within her career was her personal life, which intersected with other Hollywood figures. In the late 90s, she married Grant Show, Melrose Place, a partnership lasting nearly a decade before divorcing in 2008. In 2009, she married French actor-director Jacques Villeneuve, a union that ended in divorce 2 years later. In 2012, she married actor Dennis Hopper's son, Giovanni Ribisi, Avatar, Sneaky Pete. Though the marriage lasted less than a year, it thrust her further into tabloid orbit. While none of these relationships defined her, they tested her privacy and emotional center. Yet through each chapter, Katherine held firm to her artistry. Her breakthrough came in 2017, notably with recurring roles on high-profile series like Big Little Lies, HBO, and Imposters, Bravo, proving she could climb dramatic and comedic ladders simultaneously. On Big Little Lies, she portrayed a brittle, supportive mother, sculpting nuance in scenes with Nicole Kidman and Reese Witherspoon. Imposters allowed her comedic instincts to emerge more fully, working alongside Amy Garcia and creating scenes marked by dark comedic timing. In 2021, after a break from the fray to focus on family and personal health, Katherine delivered a powerhouse performance in Truth Be Told, Apple TV+, playing antagonist Valerie Shea. Her ability to alternate empathy and menace turned heads and reminded critics and casting directors of her range. Still, mainstream recognition remained elusive until The Pitt. The Pitt, a gritty medical drama co-starring Noah Weil and Kate Siegel, debuted to solid reviews in 2024. Katherine plays Dana Evans, a charge nurse whose initial calm intensity masked burnout, grief, and ethical conflict. Critics praised her layered performance, emotional restraint that erupts at key moments, vulnerability channeled into authoritative presence, and subtle arcs that hint at trauma without melodrama. Fans have responded to her opening scenes, with her standing calmly in hospital corridors, observing chaos while holding space for others, as the kind of performance that quietly robs one's breath. Season 2's premiere, the one teasing Change Dana, shows her drinking a cup of coffee in a dark locker room, returning to a break room where a colleague says, "You look different." That shift is already being framed as Emmy-worthy. This recognition matters deeply for LaNasa. Not only does it validate her return to heavy drama after years of oscillating roles, it positions her as an actor to watch, someone whose career arc reflects longevity rather than transience. In interviews, she's spoken about the emotional weight of the role and how she accessed her own experiences of grief including the loss of loved ones and the emotional turbulence of her marriages, to fuel Dana's emotional complexity. The result is a character that feels lived in. Viewers sense it. Dana often walks through trauma without overselling it, mirroring Katherine's approach to real life. Behind the scenes, she's earned respect for her professionalism and generosity toward younger actors. She mentored guest actors on set, offering emotional tools to help them inhabit high-pressure scenes. Colleagues describe her as unflappable, the calm anchor that comes when a scene spirals emotionally. They also remember her quiet philanthropy. She supported backstage charity events for cancer research and Southern California arts programs, quietly sponsoring after-school drama clubs in underfunded districts. Katherine's personal resilience extends beyond performance. She once faced stage 4 endometriosis, requiring surgery and a steep recovery. She has spoken about the importance of compassionate self-care and advocates for women's health research. She is also a yoga devotee, not for publicity, but personal balance, and openly integrates mindfulness practices into her preparation for emotionally draining roles. Now, at age 58, Katherine LaNasa is experiencing a career renaissance. She's begun selecting scripts about complex women in midlife, roles often scarce in Hollywood, and designed around wisdom, not desperation. She is deepening relationships with streaming storytellers, rumored to be in talks for roles in prestige dramas and medical thrillers. She's planning a guest arc on Grey's Anatomy, not as token casting, but as narrative weight, something that feels earned. Her journey, ballet dancer to supporting sitcom presence, to actresses switching between genres, then mid-career break, and now Emmy buzz, demonstrates persistence. It also tested her taste for risk. She has embraced characters who reflect internal conflict, roles that parallel her own life's challenges. The Emmy nomination isn't just a personal triumph, it's a symbol of artistic integrity recognized late in a long journey. It hints at more creative responsibility, perhaps even writing or producing roles aimed at nuanced women-led narratives. Katherine's current philosophy is grounded. She believes that midlife isn't a deficit, it's maturity. She recently said in an interview, "Dana isn't breaking, she's bending. That's more powerful than starting over." That phrase encapsulates everything she stands for: resilience, subtlety, power hidden within movement, like a dancer's shift under stage lights. As the Pitt wraps season 2 and press tours begin in earnest, Katherine's name is on everyone's lips. Award buzz may follow, but more important is what comes after. Will she continue choosing layered, lived-in roles, or pivot into being a showrunner or playwright? The artistic sensibility she carries seems richer than on camera alone. There's talk of her executive producing a limited series exploring women's health, a subject she knows intimately and cared deeply about. For fans watching season 2, there's resonance. What happens when trauma is internal and only visible in small changes? A pause too long in a hallway, a half-empty cup left warm. She has turned invisible nuances into anchor-defining choices. That's not easy on camera. It demands trust. And actors in similar shoes, carrying emotional cargo, often tell sources that her presence made it safe to explore vulnerability on set. That legacy may matter more than awards. In the months ahead, Katherine LaNasa may find herself in new territory, hosting panels on women in screen, directing a stage piece set in a hospital, or writing about older dancers transitioning to entrepreneurship. But with whatever comes next, she'll carry the same attention to detail and resilience she's shown for decades, respecting each role as a vessel for life, not performance. Her story reminds us that Hollywood glamour isn't always about early, meteoric rises, nor does resilience require one person to carry the world alone. Katherine's journey says something else. Reinvention can happen later, success can be quiet, and emotional truth always resonates. From countless weekend auditions and dance classes, to comedic support, to mid-career reflection, to now a significant Emmy nomination, she exemplifies dedication. So when viewers watch season 2 of The Pitt and catch that moment when Dana stops brushing her hair, her forehead darkened with tears, they're also watching Katherine LaNasa claim a moment she earned through years of craft, discipline, risk, and reinvention. And if Emmy Gold follows, it'll be proof not of a late bloomer, but of a steady gardener whose flowers just began to open.